Hello and welcome to the Reiki Chia channel. My name is Chia. I'm a Reiki master teacher, speaker and writer. I help people and companies positively transform their energies. So please remember to like this video and subscribe to the Reiki Chia channel. So today we're going to talk about what happens in a Reiki Chia session. So let me share my screen and then we can get started. Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to go through an introduction and perhaps like why you come to this video. Then I'm going to talk about what happens in a Reiki Chia session. I'm also going to talk about what you may see or feel during Reiki. So this is really interesting. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the Reiki Aftercare. So what you can do after a Reiki session to really benefit from Reiki. And then more excitingly, I'm going to tell you how you can try this wonderful energy healing for yourself. Okay, so while you hear this video, perhaps you're a bit curious. Maybe this is your first time to Reiki and you don't know what to expect. So this video will answer all those questions. But if you do have a question, please do comment below. Perhaps you may need to be around positive energy, or perhaps you're just feeling stressed, out of balance, or overwhelmed. So these are really good reasons why someone would come to Reiki, or perhaps there's something you want to work on and you're just wondering how I work with people and what my style is, because all our Reiki masters and healers, we all have different styles and ways of working with people. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about how I work in a Reiki Chia session. So let's start off with preparation. So I've just put in a few tips in there. So if you're coming in and you've booked in and you're looking to prepare for it, here are some little tips that I give you. So I just say dress comfortably because you're going to be lying down for a while, and also think about what you want to achieve out of the session and just be open, and then you'll just reap all these wonderful benefits of Reiki. Okay, so next part is when you come to meet me, we'll sit down and we'll have a consultation. So I'll go through a list of questions and we're going to talk about your physical, emotional and spiritual well-being, where you are and where you want to be. So, you know, in this consultation, I always say to my clients, you can say as much or as little as you want. What I love about Reiki, it's non-talking therapy. So you don't have to share all your problems with me and tell me everything. Reiki will just go to where it's needed. But of course, if you do like to open and share, please do so. I leave this to you. Okay, then after the consultation, we'll go into the Reiki session itself, and then you'll be lying down on a lovely massage couch, and it's just for you to close your eyes and relax. So during this session, I scan your chakras and I look for any energy blockages that may be in the body, and then I'll use the Reiki and use my intuition to work with you. So just channeling the Reiki to where it's needed. So you may be thinking, what is a chakra? So we have energy centers, we have 7 of them. So these work on different things and they're associated with different things. So for example, your heart chakra, that's all to do with love and relationships. So if there's any blockages there, I can feel them and then I'll just channel the Reiki into there. So we could have blockages, maybe we've got past hurts, maybe there's been some upset or anger or resentment in previous relationships. So we just work with the Reiki to release them so that you can let go of the old and bring in new wonderful experiences. So after the Reiki session itself, so you could be lying down on the couch between 40 minutes to 50 minutes or so, and then we go into the feedback session. So the feedback session is when I will come back into the room, because I'll leave you there for a few minutes just to adjust to the Reiki and adjust to the outside world and just come back into the room. So then I'll sit you down and then we'll talk about what happened for you. Was you feeling anything or seeing anything? But again, as I always say to my clients, if you don't feel or see anything during the session, that's okay. The Reiki's still working. And then I'll just feed back to you what I found, what I think you need to work on, and how we can work together to progress you forward. So some people come for Reiki just for a one-off session, just because they're curious. But if you've got a sort of chronic issue that you want to work for, then you can book in another session and then we can work with it during a period of time. Okay, so this is a really interesting slide, particularly if you've never tried Reiki before. So these are the things that you may see or feel during a Reiki session. So some people feel tingling or warmth, some people feel wave or circular sensations going on in the body. And this is the Reiki energy working in your body. So it's really amazing to feel that. Some people actually see colors in their Reiki session. Some people fall asleep, and that's okay. You just go with it. And most people will just feel very relaxed during the session and just have their eyes closed. They just can drift off to wherever they want to. I've also got people may laugh or cry on there, and you may think, why would I laugh or cry during the session? This is actually a form, or is a natural form of emotional release, really. So people may cry during a session because there might be lots going on in the body, and it's just a good way to release it. So I see Reiki as a bit of an emotional detox. So if there's anger or resentment, grief, guilt, or any emotions that you've been hanging on to, even subconsciously, sometimes we're not even aware that we're holding on to these emotional feelings. So it's just a way of Reiki just releasing it. So you just go with the flow, and let's see what happens. What I love about Reiki is all sessions are always different. I never know what's going to come up for you. You don't know either. And then we'll just see what happens. Okay, so this slide is about Reiki Aftercare. So what you can do after the session. So because we've done a lot of energy work, it's good to drink lots of water. You will find after a Reiki session that you will be like really thirsty, and that's because we've done a lot of energy work. So do drink plenty of water. If you can, take it easy. So if you've booked in for a session, just make sure that the rest of the day isn't, you know, packed in with really sort of intense busy stuff. Just try to take it easy for the rest of the day, and so that you can sort of rest and chill. Some people may feel groggy or tired after the Reiki session, and that's actually quite normal. As I said, Reiki is a bit of an emotional detox, so it's just a way of releasing things out of the body. So sometimes if there's lots going on, you can feel really groggy. This can last maybe 10 minutes, this can last an hour. Sometimes it can even last a couple of days, and this is because lots needs to come out. So you just go with the flow of it and just take it easy and just go with the flow of it. So once you pass this phase, then you'll start to feel the benefits. So some people feel the benefits immediately. They may immediately feel that a weight's been lifted. They may feel that they're just really positive. They may feel like uplifted in energy. So just be aware of these changes. So I always tell my clients, just be aware of changes coming up in the next few days. You may start to make decisions that will start to change your life. So they could be very small changes to really significant changes. So it could be a change of career, for example. It could be answering an advert that you may not have necessarily seen because Reiki's helped you to open up and just shift your mindset to a more positive one. Or it can be, you know, a very subtle change. So for example, I had this client, she couldn't sleep properly, and then after her Reiki session, couple of days later, she just noticed that her alarm clock was very bright. So all she did was put it into the next room, and then her sleep just improved significantly just because of making that one change. So just notice those kind of changes. If you're into journaling, I suggest you journal because it can make you really aware of what changes are happening to you. And it also helps improve your self-awareness as well. Okay, so here's the exciting bit. So you can try Reiki for yourself. So you can either book in with me, so you can book in and just message me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or through my website. You know, I work with people and companies who have high stress levels, that are feeling drained and just needing positive changes. As well as Reiki, I also use hypnotherapy and coaching to get you where you want to be. So you can try Reiki for yourself as well. So if you just go to reikichia.com, sign up to my newsletter, and I'll send you a link to how you can experience this wonderful energy healing for yourself. As I said in the beginning, I'm also a speaker and a writer. I work with corporates. I do one-to-one sessions. I do workshops, and I can do this in person or online, just like we are now. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe to the Reiki Chia channel, and I hope to connect with you soon. Okay, so now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, and I wish you a good day or a good evening.